Hi, teammates. We'll make a quick one. Dan Aykroyd is the Palace Cave wheel runner, and Bob Turiak's Longobrachium and Galagadon Norquist, and Arthroploria and Unicorn as Abijah or Abijam. Okay? And those two are connected, and it's Dan Aykroyd. Okay, I had this number here from receipts, and I'm getting my computer fixed to have Word on it so I can go ahead and make like a packet of all this information and try to go over it. That's, subject to change, but that's what I plan to do. And I got 1057 from those numbers. And the Han River stood out to me from this section. Those are the coordinates there. Talking about like hand of Ben and Paul Walker and exit time. Like those are the three tiers, and I'm like in between those somehow. And Chu State, these guys, King Zhao of Zhou went against the Chu State, and then he drowned in the Han River with all his men, so that were retreating. So I thought that was interesting, like with ghost stories and all that, you could relate it somehow. But the Chu State was rich in minerals, the Yangtze River there. And then they also were Zhurong worshippers. Okay, and the Chu State I'm relating to exit time a little bit. But the Zhurong led me to Nuwa Mends the Heavens, which I believe that story is our time right now, with the two sides of the spear, or the two sides of the sword that comes out of Don Denny's mouth, the Word of God. So I thought that was a new way of putting it, and I had never seen this information before. Check it out for sure. This is crucial. And then I saw that you had a revelation about Hendrik Goltzius as the Sphinx character, and I thought that was interesting that the Sphinx was directly related to Hendrik Goltzius, and it should be that way for all these guys. Now, some of them that I went a little too much leaning towards myself, those changes, I don't know what those are. So I'm going to have to, in the package, just put the original version, but, I'm just hoping it'll work out, but it should be that way for all these guys, though. And maybe I'll figure out a way to change it as I'm doing it. So that'll be in the moment. But what I'm suggesting with this Nuwa is that there's some sort of combining thread into all these stories. And is Brock the Rock and Mountain Dew Lemon the combining thread, I don't know. Maybe Ben is as well. Maybe exit time is, and we just haven't figured that out yet, or they're not as open as me. But what I'm seeing is there's got to be a combining thread with all these stories that relates back to, who we are, and it could be the whole bands and beauty ordeal, and the bands as like a standalone as all these stories that I'm doing with Mountain Dew Lemon, Bands is like the Old Testament, New Testament is like Rhonda Empson and the Gematria guys all put together, like everyone, even Grox would be beauty and all that. So I don't know, it's like Old and New Testament for the Book of Remembrance. So you can look at it that way, and I'm trying to find the combining thread, and there's even a Gun here, Gun demigod of China, and he would plays with pots. That's just like